Black Knights. They were the only school to lose to an FCS program, as the Tarleton State Texans came up to West Point and got their second win of the 2025 college football season. Honestly, this was a very interesting game, as no one expected Tarleton State to really win. Army kind of had control most of the game, but Tarleton made a late comeback, and Army also lost their starting quarterback. While their backup was a decent scrambler, the game ended up being chaos at the end. It was tied going into the last few seconds, and Army sent out a kicker who had never been in that situation. It looked like they had a chance to have a walk-off winner, but instead he hooked it. The crowd went absolutely silent, and it was sort of embarrassing for him. As they got to overtime, Tarleton barely did anything with the ball, but they would end up having a field goal. Army was not able to score a touchdown, and then they lined it up from the middle and hit a decent field goal. The game was tied going into second overtime, and I guess Army thought that their kicker's confidence was back. He lined up for another one and hooked it to the left. It wasn't even close, and now Tarleton State just needed to run a couple of plays and then kick a game-winning field goal and go home. That's exactly what they did, and they pulled off one of their biggest wins ever. Army was a ranked team who had a Heisman contender last year in Bryson Daly, and now they are 0-1, lost to an FCS school, and lost in the most embarrassing way. That kicker is definitely going to need some emotional support this week, but Tarleton State pulled off the upset of the season so far with a 30-27 win against Army, and Army's season is already